So the Yankees are at 500, right? Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? 4 in a row, they're at 500. And exactly, Texas. Who would have thunk? You took the words right out of my mouth. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Be sure to hit that like button, that thumbs up. If you're happy that the Yankees have won 4 in a row. They're at 500. Giancarlo Stanton hit his 400th home run tonight, which preserved Garrett Cole's win. So he did get the win. He was the pitcher of record because he hit it in the bottom of the sixth, and Cole got through 6. So shout out to everybody. Keith, Sean, my man Mazza, Fortran Express here, Hayden. Yeah, the Yankees are looking pretty good. Pretty good with these young kids. They're playing with a sense of enthusiasm, a sense of energy, even a sense of urgency that we haven't seen in a while. So, you know, hopefully they'll keep this up. But they're at 500. Who would have thought they would win at 500? So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Huh. Which is crazy. Yes, indeed. Jonathan's in the house, too. Yeah. Stephen B. Cole continuing his case for Cy Young. 6 innings, 1 run. Okay, his ERA is down. I think it's about 290 now. 7 more strikeouts. Pretty damn good. 13-4 now. Should be like 17-4, 18-4. All the no decisions and the bullpen blowing some of his games. So, but you know, Sonny Gray has spent some time on the IL. Nate Eovaldi has spent some time on IL, just coming off the IL. So Cole's in the lead when it comes to Cy Young ratings right now. So Michelle, my Consigliere's here. Yes, we got some run support for Cole. Amen to that, brother. Texas, my Sonny is here too. The king of the Lone Star State. The Emperor of Cali is up in here too. Dude, how good does it feel? I can't remember the last time the Yankees won 4 in a row. I can't remember the last time the Yankees were at 500. So I'll take it. And this is something, like I said, even this offseason of last year, like you can almost pencil in Stanton to have a lot of strikeouts, him to miss like 30, 40 games and still put up 30 home runs. Like he's on his way again to 30. So don't be surprised if he gets pretty close before the end of the season. 25 or 30, it's almost guaranteed with Stanton pretty much every year, no matter how many games he misses, which is crazy, which is absolutely nuts. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hope Sonny's getting better over in Texas there, recovering. Hope my Consigliere's recovering too. You guys keep doing the thing. The kids are looking good too. Dominguez with that double in the bottom of the 8th. Like, guys are just putting it through, you know? Hope he's making the plays. Peraza's is making the plays. It's good to see. It really is good to see. Like, it's fantastic. But they do look alive. They look happy. They look, again, focused. Like, could you imagine, like, if they, finish the season at 500? That'd be a heck of an improvement from when they were. Heck of an improvement. Now, yeah, I'm glad we didn't waste another Cole start either. Like I say, he should be about 17-4 right now, something like that. But he's 13-4. He's well on his way to 200 strikeouts. He'll get that before the season's up, and I just hope he continues what he's doing and finishes off that Cy Young candidacy and gets the freaking award. I really, really hope he gets it. Defense backed him up, and I was really, 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 really happy to see Stanton come through bottom of the 6th, his 400th home run to preserve that win for Cole. Really, and Cole was pumped too, so I'm very happy to see it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Steven. Infection, a lot of back pain. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, you know what the problem? I mean, as much as I think I would agree with that, fortunately, you know what the problem is? Well, it's not really a problem, but like, had they called them up months ago and had they flopped, haters would still be looking for reasons to trash Cashman. Called them up too early. Wrong. They would still find reasons to trash Cashman no matter what. Hell, you know, had they called them up, I hope they would have been good, but maybe they need a little bit more season in AAA. So, but it's just, it's it's a shame. It's pretty pitiful how these folks like can't just figure out and invent new ways of trashing Boone, trashing Cashman. Like they can't. Uh, they'd like to have nothing better to do with their lives. It's crazy. Hopefully you're doing well, Sean and the family. Same thing with you, Stephen. May everybody be better. May everybody be getting healthy and recovering from what's going on here. When were the Yanks last 69, 69? Yeah, I know. I know, Leon, it's true. It's sad, Fortrain. And I've said it. I can't stand, I can't take when people call themselves real fans, yet they trash them on an everyday basis. It's just, I think it's the biggest crock of shit ever. Excuse my language. I do. No. All right, 34 likes. Let's try to get to 100. If anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up, hit that thumbs up, gang. We always want to get to 100. People celebrating this win. They're at 500. The Stanton 400th home run. 4 in a row. A lot of good things to celebrate today. So, beaters got to be up Yankee Mike by the end of the year in order to be protected from Rule 5. So, I mean, it's got to be protected from Rule 5 by the end of the year. So he has until then, which I think would be what do you call it? I think it'd be wise for them to put him on he's one of their highly touted pitching prospects, and I would put him on the 40 man to protect him. Yes, Matthew, and we've said this too, like miserable, questionable moves, but he also has made some great moves, and the haters will refuse to give him credit for those. They hate it. They keep calling him an ego maniac. It's the egos of the haters who can't find it in themselves to give him credit. Judge is here. He was drafted by Cashman. So was Dominguez, signed by Cashman International. So was Pereira, Peraza. So is Austin Wells. So is all these. All of them are here because of Cashman, the youth movement that we're excited about right now. Every single one of them has a Cashman print on it. So, and like I put that out the other day and I get crickets. Crickets from the haters. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I'll check. I didn't check. I haven't checked the social media before, Trent. I'll check it today. I will definitely check it. Well, they announced today, Jonathan, that he's done for the season, Rizzo. So he's done for the year. So I guess they'll officially move to the 60-day, get him off the 40-man, and which gives him an opportunity to call up another pitcher or whoever. So that's what it is. A lot of these Yankee content creators remind me of what Junior Soprano said about Tony's mom. They're holding of a and are bitching because they don't have any bread. Billy, yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's comical too. But it's so damn true, Billy. I find it sad. I really do. Wow. Why is I don't know. Why is taking Tommy Otani? I mean, he says he was going to go for a second opinion. I still think he's going to wind up getting Tommy John. He's still going to get a big contract. I still think it affected him. It's going to probably cost him 50 or 100 million, but he's still going to get between 4 and 500 million. He also said today that when he's healthy, and he probably won't pitch again until 2025, he wants to go back to being two-way. So they're going to factor that into his contract too. But it's true, Otani. I mean, it's a good question, Lepar. I don't know. Good question. Yeah, I mean, Pereira, Dominguez, and Judge a nice outfield too. Like I said, I wouldn't mean if I was going to make an upgrade in the outfield, I would go after that Korean guy. I would not go after Cody Bellinger. Bellinger's going to cost at least $25 million a year, I think. So that frightens me. Hey, Michael Ryan, what's going on, man? Oh gosh, yeah. Happy we're playing the kids. Heck yeah. Perez keeper so far. So is Peraza. I mean, Peraza's bat I think will come around. We had to give Volpe time for his bat to come around. You know, and got to give Peraza the same time. You know what I mean? So thank you, Lepard. Yeah, they went back to school today, man. It's everybody. Everybody's back in school. You know, kindergarten, preschool. Like it's just rolling. They're rolling. They're rolling. Yeah, same here, Chris. I wouldn't be surprised if Otani doesn't break 500 either. 500 mil. Well, yeah, Lee. Who Lee from South Korea. That's the guy we were talking about, Sean. I mean, you could probably get him in the Japanese pitcher for the price of one Cody Bellinger. To me, that's a good investment for the Yankees. I mean, they trash the manager even when things are going good. I mean, like it's sad. They're looking for people to blame, so they point out, yes, that's what they do. Even though, like I said, like bashing them for moves that we asked them to make. Like I don't find the logic in that stuff, and they won't admit that even they asked him to make some of the moves that he made that didn't work. They won't take any ownership of that. None. It's just trash, 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 trash. And they'll question the loyalty and fandom of the fans, or question the intellect of people who don't agree with them. But it is what it is. Yeah. If they go 15-9, they'll finish 84 and 78. I don't know, Winkton, man. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. They probably have to be better than 15-9 to make the third wild card spot. So I think they're. I mean, I still think it's a tall task. Happy early birthday, Lapari. To you and your mom. Good stuff. And yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. Salute, CWE. 88 wins. Yeah, I would say they probably need about 88 to get to make a wild card spot. And if that's the case, got to go 88 and 74. They're going to have to go like 19 and 5, something like that. No, it's crazy. Well, they brought up Dominguez, Sean. They let him develop, and he's getting some good, valuable experience here. And I don't think anyone can guarantee had they brought him up a month earlier that he would have brought them to the playoffs. So it's really, really hard to predict. No. 19-5. If they, I mean, that gets them 88 wins. That's a tall task, but you never know. The guy bats 150 with 2 months and you have to replace him. Is he getting consistent playing time? Michael, that's a question too. Is it a consistent playing time 150 or a sporadic 150? 3 games. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. I mean, now the games are much more important for the Yankees in terms of the playoff race or finishing the season strong race. Now, Cole's earned every dollar of his contract. Every dollar. So did Machina. So did Jeter. So did Matsui. I think Tanaka earned a lot of it as too. So, no, definitely. Yeah, they've been hot since they released Donaldson. Yeah, they just straight out released that guy. When he got picked up, he got signed by the Brewers by a minor league deal. So Tonight, yeah, I mean the veterans are came through, and like I said, I mean maybe the veterans are also maybe these baby bombers are lighting under a fire under some of their butts, making them feel like, damn, we got to perform, or these kids are going to replace us too. Maybe it's pushing them. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Yeah, the Yankees aren't mathematically eliminated yet, Lepard, but they still have a tall task. Tall task, man. Get back to work, for train. Appreciate that, brother. I'll check out the video, man. Don't worry, man. Always good to have you on, brother. Yeah, beaters. I hope they give beater a shot, Sean, before the season's up. And I mean, I'm with you there, Texas. Give your Ace a raise. No doubt about it. Yeah, I mean, they brought up these kids at the right time. It's just, it is what it is. Happy that they're playing well. The kids look mature. They look poised. They look controlled. They look disciplined. So it's nice to see. It really is nice to see them perform. These young kids. 7.5 out of the wild card. Mariners lost 7-6. Astros are leading the Rangers 10-1. Dang. Dang. Yankees are just quietly creeping their way back up to the standings. So we'll see what happens there. I'm not betting on them, but I'm not ruling them out yet either. So, I'm happy that they're progressing the way they're progressing right now. I'm happy that they're Cole's getting a little bit of run support. I'm happy that the young kids are playing well. So at the very least, I'm hoping that you know Cole wins the Cy Young. I'll be really happy. Altuve 3 home run. Yeah, I mean Altuve's also missed like 60 games this year, and he's almost 2020. So it goes to show you that it brings a lot of value to the Astros. Uh, Half the veterans still banged. Yeah, some of them are banged up. Yep, some of them are definitely banged up. No doubt about that, Michael. And I'm with you, too. Altuve the cheater. I'm with you there. Tomorrow pitches. Probably Carlos Rodon or Clark Schmidt. Not sure. Not sure. Schmidt. Okay, if it's Schmidt, it's Schmidt. So, no. Yeah, I think if they move Torres, it's got to be for value. So we'll see. He's proving, to be worth what he's getting paid. That's for sure. Torres right now. So, all right, 55 likes. We need 45 to get to that magic number 100. So, Cole signed on the last place team. Yeah, I mean, just like Mike Trout's won MVPs on the last place team. So, Jacob DeGrom has won Sams on the last place team. It's definitely doable. But that could happen, Michael. That could happen. Yeah, Pina. I mean, I'm only trading Torres if I can get good value for him. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you might as well just keep him. I don't know what left field I can get. I mean, you might trade him for a pitcher with controllable years, like a good late inning reliever, something like that. Torres only has 1 year left, so. But again, if they keep him, then they keep him. That's cool too. No, Rays and Boston are tied in the ninth. Too bad. No kidding. No kidding. Yankees seen different pitchers almost every inning, affected by adjustments. Yeah. As would I, Steven. Pereira's the left fielder right now until the Yankees make a decision if they're going to attack free agency or whatnot. So we'll see if they do that. We'll see if they do that. Um, um, yeah, the Sox are on a bubble. Yeah, the Sox are one of the more disappointing teams too. They invested some money and like just not panning out with that roster of full talent. I think the Twins won the division today too. They clinched their AL Central. Cole's definitely the front runner Cy Young Award, no doubt about it. I hope it stays that way. I really, really hope he wins the freaking Cy Young. And then like Judge is putting up some serious numbers too. Like he could get 40 home runs after missing 50 games. So like that would be crazy. Stanton can get 30 home runs after missing, a bunch of games too. Like it's crazy, but it's true. It's true. Oh. Well, that's the problem. CW, I don't think there's going to be a friendly extension for Torres. I think he's going to parlay that into a big deal. And he'll deserve it. Like, if he's like, you know what? Marcus Simeon just got 175 million. Like, he's gonna get a 9-figure deal. Torres. I would watch out for Bellinger, Rob. He's gonna cost a lot of money. A lot of money. Yeah, Peraza is getting better slowly. We're working with Sean Casey. Yep. So is Pereira. Benintendi's signed long term with the White Sox, Michael. They signed him for like a 5 year, and he's making a boatload of money. Way too expensive for the Yankees. Right, War vet, my man. My man. There he is. What good left fielder could they get for Torres, Pina, is the question. That might be available in the trade. Bleeds. I don't know if he bleeds the Yankees, but he's got some power from the left side. But again, this is he hasn't he's a career 250 hitter. He's having a very good year, so he's definitely going to parlay that, and rightfully so. But he hasn't had a year like this since 2019 when he won the MVP, and then he had a couple of crappy years with a little injuries. So I would be wary of Cody Bellinger because he's going to cost a lot of money, almost 200 million. He may even cost more than 200 million. So I don't know if the Yankees want to go that high. Well, you know what I mean? Four years of 15. Yeah, I don't know. If he's having a terrible year too, Michael Ryan. Might not be worth it, Benintendi. Honestly. Honestly, man. Yep, the Yankees. That was a class thing to do for Miggy. He's going to be a first round Hall of Famer, 3,000 hits, 300 career, 300 career batting average, 500 home runs. Like, he deserves it. You know what I mean? It was good for them to give Miggy some love. And he deserved every bit of it. So, congratulations on a great career, Miggy. You'll be missed. Oh, if that was your last game, you'll definitely be missed. So, and again, this is a guy who was playing the Yankees in the 2003 World Series and hitting home runs off of them. Well, that's how long of a great career this guy's had. It's unbelievable. Honestly. Crazy. And that was a great home run by Stanton. I'm glad he got some love from the crowd too, rightfully deserved. I think they're being smart with Michael King, just gradually building him up to a start so he can take a legitimate shot next year to be a starter. So he might get a shot, just like Clark Schmidt will probably get a shot and be in rotation too. And then you add Cole, you add Rodon. I would still be adding another pitcher, maybe two, in that situation. So I would still be going after Aaron Nola or Yamamoto from Japan. Like I would still be going after those guys. Hyunjin Ryu from the Blue Jays. He's familiar with the AL East. Aaron Nola's familiar with a tough market in Philly. So just need a consistent arm. You know what I mean? So Colorado Rockies eliminated officially today. Look at that. So that's my thought, Sean, in terms of Michael King. I'm encouraged by his versatility, that's for damn sure. And then if the kids completed a crazy run and got us in there, that would be crazy. It would be absolutely nuts. It really would. Mets and Nationals also officially eliminated. Yeah. Mets, another one spent a lot of money. It just didn't pan out. Yeah, Julio Urias, I'd stay away from him too. That's a second arrest for domestic violence. Yeah. I'd stay away from him. I think Rio just came back from Tommy John, didn't he? I think they can get him on the cheap, and he might be able to be a long inning guy or a six starter. So I would keep an eye out on him. On the left-handed side, he might be able to give him some value, or some teams some value. But I think Aaron Nola is like a perfect fit for this rotation. I really hope they consider him. And I'm gonna do my free agent previews, like I'm gonna do my free agent predictions, all that stuff. I'm working on this content. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, whoever's in here, be sure to do that and come along for the ride because I don't want you to miss that stuff. We got a lot more good stuff coming. A lot more. That kills his free agency possibility, Tyler. Yeah, I mean it's second domestic violence arrest. I mean, in all honesty, I wouldn't be offended if they banned him from the game. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, war, but I just worry like Bellinger 20. He's going to cost between 25 and probably 20 million a year, and he's repped by Scott Boras. So, the likeliness of him getting it pretty damn high. Pretty damn high. They're definitely going to want to eclipse Chris Bryant's contract, which was 180 million. So it's going to be crazy. Yeah, Billy. I mean, the Rangers are. It looks like they're quietly collapsing. I still think they need another reliever, another starter. You know, um, like it sucked missing Jacob DeGrom for Tommy John. I would have traded if I was them. I would have probably traded for David Bednar for another late inning reliever. Like this happened to Aroldis Chapman every year. Starts the year strong and then he falls apart. He did it again with Texas. So I would have gotten another reliever if I was them at the deadline. The Max Scherzer trade was good, but again, they needed more than that. So we do have Spencer Jones in the weeds, and I expect him to maybe get a shot next year. I expect to see him at spring training next year, Sean. So no doubt. Yeah, I mean Boris is plays dirty, but he's the best in the game, Billy. Right? He's the best there is, agent wise. So that's why players want to be rep by him. He could be a douchebag, but he's the best in the game. No, wild card numbers 18. My God, 18's a lot. Yeah, I mean the Mets have to, change their strategy here a little bit, Thomas. Spending doesn't guarantee championships or playoffs or anything like that. And look at the Padres. They spent again like crazy, created again like crazy, and not doing anything either. So I heard a report similarly in this that Hal he brought them all up, but I haven't heard that Cashman actually contested it or said no to it. You know what I mean? I just heard that Hal did without approval, and Hal doesn't need approval. He's owner of the team. So you know what I mean? Yeah, Billy, he is. He's little Chapman's falling apart. Snell and Yamamoto would be, tough. Like I would prefer Nola over Snell, but it's like Nola or Yamamoto would be phenomenal here. Yamamoto's 25. Nola's 30. So you know, Yankees have three teams to get past in only 25 games. All three in the Yankees. Yeah, I mean, it's a tall task, Michael Ryan. You got that right. It definitely is a tall task. Jones is the reason I would stay with from Belgium. Yeah, I mean, again, I like. The thing I like Jones, I like this Korean player. I think he draws a lot of comparisons to Ichiro. So he's fast. He puts the ball in play no matter where it's thrown, and shows a penchant to getting on base. So as an accurate throwing arm in the outfield. And Jones, he might be a guy with his size that you could convert to first base to replace Anthony Rizzo over time too. So I think that positional versatility might come into play here. I do, but I the same thing. Like, yeah, I would buyer beware for Bellinger. I know he's the big name and all this stuff, but I would be buyer beware. White Sox eliminated. So I'm staying away from Otani, Aiden, personally. I would if I had to choose between Soto and Otani, I'd go for Soto, but I might wait until free agency to get it. So Cortez, I don't know what to expect from him, Rob. So I mean, I would sign another starter and move Cortez to maybe long leaf or something like that. He hasn't shown the ability to stay healthy, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens. I mean, but again, you can never have enough pitching. You can never have enough pitching. So yeah, I mean, it took what Hal and Cashman said to kind of get a little clarity on how they were thinking and feeling. So, and it's good that they did admit it. So, you know, good for them. I hope that they make the necessary moves to make it better next year. So, right in the feet, it's a party now that NFE's in the building, baby. What is good, my man? Yes, indeed. That's what I'm talking about, Warvet, right? 4 in a row, NFE. They're at 500. Stanton hit number 400. Cole got the 13th win. Like a lot of good, nice little milestones all in one day. So I'll take that. Rizzo, yeah, he's under contract for next year, Aiden. But they ruled him out for the rest of the season. They're going to shut him down and let him rest and recover. But he's got one more year on his contract for next year. No, I expect him to be back unless they trade him. I'd be surprised, but you never know. I don't know, CWA. I'm avoiding Bellinger. Personally, but I know a lot of people want Bellinger. A lot of people keep saying to replace Rizzo at first base. It's interesting. It's interesting, interesting, interesting. A lot of people are saying that Bellinger for first base. I find it really interesting. Monty's a free agent at this offseason. Yes, he is. I don't see him back. I don't see Sevy back. I don't see Nader back. I don't see Herman back, even though he's got another year. I think they're going to try and trade him. Now, yeah, the Yankees almost transformed overnight, Ness, right? Like from an old, slow team to a young, athletic team. Yep. Yep. And again, I'm just glad they did it. I don't care when they did. I'm just glad they did it. So we'll see. Yeah. Maybe. And the fee man training hard, turning into a machine. Stone cold killer right there. Fee. What to do with Lucha? Well, Lucha Reno's back next year. You had Tommy John, so I expect him to be back. Montez, I think, is going to be a free agent. He'll sign elsewhere, even, I think. Mike Consiglietti, thank you so much, my man, for the super chat. Don't worry, I'll get to your email. I'll get to your email, dude. I'll definitely read it before Thursday. So don't worry about that one, man. Don't you worry, Mike Consiglietti. Don't you worry. Rizzo should retire. I don't think he's going to forfeit that $20 million, Clarence. I think he's going to want to probably play. No. He still has a little bit of value, I think. I mean, if he recovers well from post concussion syndrome, then I'm okay with him playing. But if he doesn't, then I'm okay with him retiring too. That's a tough one, Clarence. Like it really is a tough one. It really is. Best teams have two aces bouncing. Yeah, Yankees aren't there yet, Michael. They're not there yet. And they have a better lineup, but it's still not as balanced as we thought. Like we need some more. And again, we haven't seen enough of the youth yet to really, really, at least me, to really, really make a decision on And I think the youth movement is going to give them a good idea on how to attack free agency, how to complement these guys with some affordable and responsible veterans. So reliable veterans, affordable veterans, and I think it'll give them some more insight instead of just loading up on the big names. Because you get Bellinger, you're going to wind up getting rid of Pereira. Like it's just not going to sign an expensive free agent to just sit one of your kids who we're excited about. Like it's got to make sense. You know what I mean? Like I think this Korean player makes more sense than Bellinger does because he could be our leadoff hitter, and you could back Dominguez, you could have Volpe. Like you could put these guys in position to be on base on a regular basis, and then put Judge in a position to drive them in, and Stanton, and whoever else. So like a prototypical leadoff hitter, I think would be a good idea here. You know, yeah, the Mets are out in Division 9 wild card yet, so it's all good. I don't, I don't see the Nationals, Rockies, White Sox, or the Mets still party. So I don't really see them making any noise in the postseason. So don't worry about that, dude. It's all good either way. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, and gang, if you haven't hit that yet, let's get to 100 likes. Celebrate this 4-game win streak. It's appreciated very much. And be sure, if anybody's in here that's not subscribed to the channel, please do that too. We'll be previewing free agents. We'll be doing the free agent predictions. We'll still be doing these live streams and a whole bunch of other stuff too. So I do not want you to miss anything good. Um, Herman Higgy Montez. Yep, Herman. Higgy's got one more year actually, Talbot. One more year before he's a free agent. I think so. Yeah, I think so. But I think Herman's gone. He's got more than 1 year too, but I can't see him coming back. Montez is gone. Sevy's gone. Talbot. Higgy, I'm not sure. But I'm fine with Austin Wells and Ben Workvet. But we'll see. I don't think we see Wandy back. I think he's going to sign probably a 2-year deal with another team. Probably with Cubs or somebody like that. I think he'll sign elsewhere. Probably in the National League, Wandy. Yeah, DJ's having a much better second half than he is the first half. He's looking like the older DJ, right? So, all right, 71 likes. We need 29 likes to get to 100. Please smash that like button, gang. Let's get us to 100 likes to celebrate this little roll that the Yankees are on right now. No. Rizzo, but didn't deal with that with the new. Yeah. I'm curious to know whether they're going to bring up Chaparro. Chaparro was left unprotected last year on the Rule 5. Nobody picked him up, but he's had a much better year with his bat. So I think if they leave him unprotected again, he'll probably get picked up. So they better put him on a 40-man to protect him, Chaparro. And again, I think if you're going to replace Rizzo, he's got to be a guy that they consider to replace Rizzo with. It's got to be. Ben Rice, another guy. I would have him up in AAA right now, replacing Austin Wells. That's for damn sure. So, Equalizer 3 is phenomenal. I got you at number 2. He's a 3. I go 4. You shit yourself. I don't want that. You don't want that. These guys don't want that. Right, Zell? He's such a badass, Denzel Washington. Yeah. Yeah, if Rizzo goes on a 60-day, yeah, I mean, like, call up freaking Chaparro. Seriously, call up Chaparro. Astros are thumping the Rangers 14-1. Ah, boy, Rangers are, yeah, they are falling apart. They are falling apart. Fernando Tatis did 99. A-Rod had 2 grand slams in 1 inning. I know he had 2 grand slams in a game, Shrimp. So I don't remember if it's in the same inning, but I know he had 2 in a game. I'd be open. Yeah, man, the Korean outfielder. I think he's got some value here in the field. I really do. So Candelario might be a good fit too as a versatile infielder who could probably be gotten on an affordable contract. He's athletic. He's versatile. He might be a good fit here as well, especially if they don't re-up with IKF as a utility guy. Candelario could be a utility guy. So, Ben Rice, I think he's going to get a shot. PBC, I do. And the Utes moved in there. You got that right, Texas. Got that right. John, you talking about the third baseman from Texas, CWA? Josh John? Yeah, Tiara Estrada turned out to be a really good player with the Giants there. He was lost to Cincinnati last night. Cincinnati's another up and coming team. They really are. Yeah, I mean Rizzo, I think he has some juice in his lie. I wish this misdiagnosis for post concussion syndrome didn't happen. You know what I mean? Dude, it's all good, man. Everybody makes mistakes, Lapari. Don't worry about it, man. I don't. It's not even noticeable. So don't worry about that, Lapari. I do appreciate Stephen B. Thank you, man. We do have. I think we have the best community too. It's a special community. Really do. Yeah, I mean, this is I worry, and yes, about like even Bellinger is 28, but I worry about that huge contract. He's going to get one. Like this Korean player, I think he's 24, 25. That to me is more of a worthwhile investment. So is this pitcher from Japan. It's 25. Worthwhile investments, in my opinion. So, you know what I mean? That autocorrect is super annoying. He's super annoying, man. Jared Cerna. Yes, there are some scrappy little players. Reminds me of Ronald Torres, right? Scrappy little Yankee. He looks like he's 12 years old, but plays like an adult, like a man. You know what I mean? No. Well, yeah, I mean lefty. I'm telling like that Korean outfielder's a lefty. Bellinger's a lefty. Soto's a lefty. Like the gamut in terms of who in the world to get to left field. You're looking at pretty much all lefties, like guys that we talk about. So yeah, we've got 4 catchers right now, Talby. Yes, we do. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Boston is showing something here. They're playing well. Yep, people are responding to Sean Casey. He's showing again. Like it's hard to come in with a new hitting catch at the All Star break right around there and expect play. That's the type of move you make in the offseason. We have players the whole entire offseason to get used to them. It takes a while during the season to get used to a new coach. So, and a lot of folks call him a bust and this and that, blah blah blah. But he's making a difference more often than not. Props to Sean Casey for that. Really, props to Sean Casey. Wells Mattingly mustache, yeah, they look like twins. I mean, Wells looks like Carlos Rodon's twin brother too. But the mustache rolls right now, Kenneth. The mustache it's ruling right now with the Yankees. So M's at Rays Thursday through Sunday. Another big series. Catch with Wells moving forward. Wells tends to profile more offensively at first as a first base. Rice probably profiles better defensively behind the plate and even offensively behind the plate. So it'd be interesting to see what they do there. And they're both lefty batters too. So they just they fit well. And like I said, the Yankees haven't had this much type of depth and versatility in a long time. So I'm glad that they're acknowledging it and actually taking advantage of and utilizing some of it. So they haven't done that in a while. Yeah, Denzel's shown he doesn't have to act like a tough guy. He's like the coolest guy in the world. He's like super cool. And my favorite actor in the whole world, Denzel. So he looks like freaking Cross Don's doppelganger, Rob. He does. I think Florial's probably done here. And still not giving him a chance. Like It is what it is, unfortunately. If you call up Chappar, well, I mean, if they put Rizzo on the 60 man, then he's officially taken off the 40 man roster. And then you can bring up Chappar then, Rob. He'd probably be a logical replacement to Anthony Rizzo if they do that. Now that they've said he's done for the year, but they haven't transferred him to the 60-day IL yet, you could bring up a guy like Chappar, and that would be the way to do that without screwing up anything else. You know, waiver wire, nobody right now. Even those guys had to be claimed by September 1st to be used for the playoffs. So everybody else just fell through waivers. They cleared waivers, I should say. Nobody picked them up. So the waiver wire is over now, Aiden. Texas loses with 7 back on the wild card. Shit. Oh, man. Sean, I'm telling you, man. Equalizer 3, baby. Yeah, I mean, he's got so many good movies. So many good movies. Right. Yeah, Ben Rice hitting well. He hits better as he goes up in the system. So the higher he goes up, the more he hits. So it's a good sign right now for his bat, Ben Rice, for his offensive profile. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think they want Florio. Florio's out of options anyway, so I can't see him. I can't see them bringing him up. I'd be shocked. The Korean outfielder, I hope these guys take a look at. CW. I hope he's going to be posted. His team already said they're going to post him this offseason, so he's coming to the majors no matter what. So, but he's going to be popular for teams like the Red Sox, for the Mariners, the Dodgers. So from the Yankees, I'm looking at him. We need 15 likes. We got 85, 15 to get to 100, gang. All right, we're almost there. Yeah, Florial's back from his hand injury. Oh, no doubt about that. Yeah, no doubt about it. I'd rather them be limping in. I'd rather them not be limping in to the postseason, and rather than just bludgeoning their way through, or just playing healthy at least through the playoffs. And then it's a crapshoot if they're healthy. It really is. I like the energy that Casey brings to Rob. 100%. I think Sean Casey's a keeper too. So, yeah. Yeah, I would bring Casey back too. Yankees, yeah, they're getting hits. They're getting clutch hits. They're putting the ball in play. They're squaring up more. We're just getting a lot more activity out of this offensive lineup, which is fantastic. Which is fan-freaking-tastic. So, there's no guarantees a player will be good. Exactly. That's why I'm avoiding guys like Matt Chapman. That's why I'm avoiding guys like Bellinger. I worry about the Bellinger contract. Yeah, I would agree with that, Jonathan. Rizzo will probably put on a 60-day IL in the next day or two as a formality, which again gives them room to bring up somebody. Naturally tough, others try too hard. Yeah, this is true, Sean. This is true. Don't charge that phone, Rob. Might be a hybrid of Victor Martinez. Well, that's Austin. That's a good comparison. Play first base and catch him better, catch early. That's a good comparison, Stephen B. And then a logical transition to first base. It's almost like Joe Mauer. He did the same thing. Caught, transition to first base later on. Yeah, Flores still strikes out a lot. Yes, he does. So I don't know if they trust him enough to give them momentum like these young kids are giving them. And that's probably why he's not up here right now. Would he disrupt the momentum that they're getting from Dominguez and like all these other guys? I don't know. Yeah, Wells is showing maturity, he's showing control. Cole's impressed with him too. So like, I think he'll be fine. Rays need one to tie, two to win. Damn, one of that. Three catchers next year won't be on the screen. Yeah, probably one plug. Probably. No doubt. Not wanting Bellinger. I think the price anything, and he's going to cost between 25 and 28 million a year. And I don't know if he's going to. Personally, I don't know if he's going to be good that the entire length of the contract. That's my main reason. NFA, like I would go for the Korean outfielder. He'd be half the price, and he's also 4 years younger. Like I think there's more intangibles there than with Bellinger. I think Bellinger's. I worry about him. I don't know if he will be able to stay healthy and elite through that contract. He's going to get paid like a star. Like look at Chris Bryant, he got paid like a star, and he's having a hard time staying healthy. So I think I worry the same thing will happen to Bellinger. So that's my biggest worry in the field. Like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I worry. So, and again, like yeah, I mean, I think the Korean outfielder profile is better as a Yankee need more so than Bellinger. He also is a lefty, got good defensive profile like Bellinger. Um, he has an opportunity to really put the ball in play. He's got speed. Like he's got some other little tidbits that the Yankees don't have. Bellinger, I think they would expect him to be, probably bat behind Judge in between Judge and Stanton or something like that. And um, I don't know. I worry about him. I do. I do. I don't know, BJ. I think they might come short, but would I be surprised if they did? No. Make the playoffs. No. Yeah. Orioles are still formidable. They need more pitching though. I think the Orioles again. They get more pitching this offseason. Like I could see them trading for a guy like Dylan Cease, making a big trade this offseason, man. You know, um, they're not far away, Aiden. They're not far away. Sorry, like they're not. So there's another team I worry about in the American League East. We'll see. Judge, Rizzo, Stan, Dominguez. I mean, possibly. I just don't know if they would bat Dominguez sixth. Like they might bat him second before Judge. They really do. They might, depending on who they have. Like if they got that Korean outfield, I'd lead him off and then bat that Dominguez second, and then Judge, and then Rizzo. Like, you know what I mean? I'll probably go open panel this weekend, Stephen B. Probably go open panel. Well, this Friday night or Saturday. Um, probably Friday night. Probably Friday night. No. Just eat clean, Lapari. Eat clean. Yeah, I have a feeling they'll miss it too, but like not by a lot. Jonathan, I'm with you there. And we won't have to see him, JJ, this year. He's done for the season. Hader's a good bullpen target, yeah. Yeah, Dominguez. I mean, I think he probably best fits right now as number two in front of Judge. And if they get a leadoff hitter like this Korean guy, that's that changes the dynamic of this lineup. I mean, it really, really does. We'll see. Yeah, Nafi, man. Sounds good, my man. Andres Munoz, closer for the Mariners, another guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? If I'm there, Joel, yes, pizza. No doubt. Tropical Storm Lee. No, 50, yeah. We're going to have more storms. Hurricane season now. Peraza is another guy you can try at leadoff too, Steven. He's another guy. Volpe, contact litter, contact hit in the back part of the lineup, CB. I'm fine with that. Totally fine with that. I'll wrap this up in a second, gang. But 87 likes. So we need 30. If anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up, please do so. The goal is to get to 100. We're going to try to do that by the end of the stream if we can. I thank you for it. It means the world. We try to get to 100 likes. We have got reason to celebrate. We got reason to hit it. Like 400th home run today for Stanton. Yankees are back at 500. They've won 4 in a row, and Garrett Cole guys is 13th win. He's still in position in the driver's seat for the Cy Young. So I hope they do that. That he wins a freaking Cy Young. Kenley Jansen blew the. Dang, he gave up a 3. Kenley Jansen blew the save, huh? That stinks. Going to game Sunday. Nice, Tyler. Yeah, these storms are no joke. Walk off 3-run shot, Brandon Lowe, damn. I agree with Consiglietti. Braz has got to increase. He's got to work on hitting the fastball. Like, he needs to be more reliable with contact hitting, putting the ball in play. So, I don't think Dominguez leading off is bad, but I think he's a better suited for second. I think he's better suited for second. Personally. But we'll see. You know what I mean? Sorry. Don't tell people more than they need to know. All right? Don't worry about it, dude. Oh, pleasure, man. Always a pleasure having you, NFA. You know that, man. We love having you, bro. Again, all right. I think Dominguez with this lineup is probably best profiled at batting second in front of Judge. Yep, standing ovation from Miguel Cabrera. They give him some love. Standing ovation for Giancarlo Stanton after the home run. It was just good to see the fans showing a lot of appreciation today. So it was really cool to see. Could be Volpe Dominguez too, Tyler. What's the problem with what? And what's the problem? Where are we coming up with Boone is the problem? They just won 4 games in a row. Slowly crawling up the scale. A weak roster. Always a pleasure, Texas. You know that, my man. You know that, my friend. Like, never bats Judge third. They don't have enough people here. CWE. We need more like a prototypical leadoff hitter, and like Dominguez needs to be put in a position. Someone else needs to be putting a good contact hitter, put in a position to bat second, in order to bat Judge third. Like the Yankees don't have the personnel here right now to make that happen. So that's not a Boone thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, Judge had 130. Yeah. He had a killer year batting second. And I would personally, like, if you had Soto, I would bat him second. Dominguez bat him second. Just put Judge in a position to drive more runs. Yeah, exactly. Roster construction. And Boone has nothing to do with roster construction. Soto second, Judge third, Dominguez fourth, Stanton fifth. Man, that'd be crazy. It would be freaking nuts. Stephen B. I mean, it would be. Then you can bat Rizzo. Then you can bat Volpe. Like, you can do a lot of things. But if I'm getting that Korean hit, I'll probably want him to lead off. I do. Right, Chase Pierre? What's good, man? What is Gilman, man? Look at his groove. Yeah, I'm curious. And if they get Soto in free agency, then you know, to me, he's our second hitter. Might be our Randall, right? Might be our. If you get that Korean outfield and you put Soto second, that's a crazy 1-2. And you get Judge 3, that's a crazy 1-2-3. Like, it's possible. It's possible. I can't wait to see what the Yankees do this offseason. I really do. Really can't wait, gang. So with that, I'll let you go. I want to thank you all for coming on. Great conversation as always. Appreciate all your insight, your feedback, your super chats. And again, smash that like button if you haven't done that yet. Let's get to 100 likes. And, let's keep celebrating this ride. Hopefully they win their 5th in a row tomorrow. Really, really. The girls are good, Jace. Thank you. Girls are always good. Sleeping, they're good, man. But if Spencer Jones came to play for him, possible, Steven. Possible. I think he has an option of doing that. So Spencer Jones. If he hit 62 runs, well, yeah, I mean, that's give him more RBI opportunities, Chris, right? So yeah, if he gets Soto in a starting pitcher, that'd be a nice offseason. Really. That's, what we've got, I think, with this Korean guy. He hits for contact. He's got some power, but, puts the ball in play and hits lefty too. He draws a lot of comparisons to Ichiro Suzuki, which to me, one of the greatest leadoff hitters ever. So maybe find somebody like Ricky Henderson, then okay, but he's a rarity. That's for damn sure. That's why he's Hall of Famer. He's a rarity. But have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all of you. Appreciate you, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.